angels' graves. It fuels my hopes and dreams. The best BUMM.
Go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It's going to be a bloodbath Friday night. Heartsick Heroin performs their Kenny Omega Battle Cry cover. We get ready for Friday night, which could be, and has been said to be, a bloodbath with the Bunny. Somebody who I've been negative on for a while, but this is got to be one of the best selling point photos I have maybe ever seen in a wrestling tease. Seeing this photo and finding out that Friday night's going to be some kind of a bloodbath has got to be one of the best selling point photos for a tape show that I can remember. It's got to be top 3, 5, if not number 1. I can't really think of other times. Maybe someone else can think of one. Man, you talk about marketing. Will it have an effect on the ratings this Friday night? I know that this Friday night I pretty much was not really worried about seeing a Rampage whatsoever. I was thinking about, I'll see it eventually on the weekend maybe, or I'll hear about it and see, what I think. I don't know. Rampage was must-see TV for me for a couple of weeks, and then it became not that. It became more important to do my Friday night show about everything, monetize this, rather than focus on the wrestling. But this photo has changed all of that, and that is powerful and a great job, man. Whoever got this photo has done marketing for AEW that will, I would expect that an extra 20,000 to 100,000 people will tune in because of this very photo. Now, if that's only 20,000, then whatever, you got 20 extra thousand people watching, but it could be 100,000. It won't be a ton, but, it will be something. And that's what matters. By the way, tell everybody that we're live in the chat and to refresh if they don't see the live video. Did not expect to be live today. So you guys are getting a little bonus me, a little bonus Joe right now, live in the midday. Didn't expect to be able to do it, man. What's going on, man? I hope you guys are having a good day. If you're leaving work right now, then get ready to be home. If you're going to work right now, well, get ready to, deal with that. And if you're still at work until 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. or, you're on the West Coast and still earlier, I hope you guys have a good day. My day was interesting, to say the least. But we're getting ready for this bloodbath on Friday night. It's being called a bloodbath, so I want to go back to that real quickly. I'm not going to spoil anything here, and I encourage you guys to do the same thing. Don't spoil it, because I don't want to spoil the spoilers because, whatever. But we got Darby Allin and Anthony Bowens in a match that's said to be somewhat interesting a little bit. We got Cody Rhodes in a championship match with Ethan Page. And, then we got Anna Jay, Tay Conti, Penelope Ford, and the Bunny in a street fight that the match was described as a bloodbath. Conti hits a huge pile driver at one point. There's tables, there's destruction, and there's just a lot of crazy that's going to take place apparently in that match on Friday night. And this picture has sold it for me. It could be garbage, it could be botchamania, it could be whatever. I want to see and know how this woman gets that bloody. And that's the story. And I think if that didn't happen, obviously this Friday, I think a lot of people would have skipped, that match. And I will say that this is going to be something to watch. And I'm not going to tell you who wins and why, and it doesn't really matter. It's really going to be about watching how we get to this point. And I think that's fun. Now, this picture is obviously going somewhat like viral-ish all over Twitter and all over the wrestling world. Everybody's sharing it and everybody's interested in it, which is a spoiler in and of itself a little bit, that someone got this bloodied. But I can tell you that we aren't really going to go over that. We're just going to leave it alone. And if it's a botch fest, it will be an entertaining botch fest come Friday night. So we'll see what happens. John Doe says he feels some trio belts and intergender matches coming. I want to shout out him because he was the first one in the chat. John Doe was. I also put up a video on my other channel, Shame on News, earlier, which I lambasted Lori Lightfoot. I hope you guys go check that out. People calling her out. It's interesting stuff. Pretty sure that's going to be on a shirt that says Marvelous. It might be, but didn't they already do Britt Baker's bloody faced on the shirt? The only difference is with Britt Baker, that was probably like that was an intense match that felt like a lesser Bret Hart Stone Cold situation. So they put the face on a T-shirt. This is probably some kind of botchamania type of situation with, Bunny or Allie busted wide open. I'm assuming, I don't know that. I'm just, kind of assuming things. Man, imagine her, dude, if that's really her blood and her head being just cracked. Imagine her gobbling you in this with that bloody tongue. Gobbling you. Imagine. I mean, I hate to be sick and weird and perverted and stuff like that, but I've got to be. Imagine that. Like if I could get my wife to ever bust herself open like this and then, and then murder me, like bite me like a vampire and murder me. This is how I want to be murdered. I want to be bitten on the neck and murdered. That's what I want to happen. Give me that bunny action, says Blizz818. What's going on, Blizz? How you doing, man? Good to hear from you today. Rampage numbers are so bad, they have to have the women bleed for views. Desperate says it all. And I'm not sure they planned this. You know what I mean? I don't know. We're gonna have to watch Friday night to find out. I just going on Allie or Bunny's, back's history. This is probably some kind of massive botch that is terrible. I'm betting on that because they're just terrible a lot of times in the ring. So I don't think that AEW had this concerted effort to make her bleed and then advertise this. I think this is just happens to be what happened, and people are picking up on it to be like, look at this, look what happened. I think it's actually more the case that AEW is probably lucky that this happened by accident or whatever because people are talking about it. And it's going to help sell everybody on watching Rampage this Friday night. But in the ratings, what's the difference going to be? Probably 20,000 to 100,000 views. I'd probably lean more towards 20,000. I will say that whatever Rampage was last week, it will go up 20 or 30,000 views this week probably. And we'll find out that about 30,000 viewers of AEW saw the blood and wanted to see what happened. That's probably it. Now, if it goes up 100,000, that's even better. That'd be great. That's less realistic. But I do believe the ratings are going to go up because of this. There's no way they go. I don't think there's any way they go down. I think this has helped at least 10, 20, 30,000 people decide they want to tune in. It's got to be. And which is so that's and I don't think it was a concerted effort by AEW. I just think it was this is what happened. And this is what we're going to get, and it just happens to help AEW. Tony, it's time to be more discerning about who joins AEW, says. So Tony, in an article by Cultaholic, is talking about the fact that they're trying to be more picky and be more careful with just trying to sign anybody. Don't want to just sign anybody. And so Tony is aware of this now. And, man, that tie is long. That is a long tie. What is going on with that tie? That tie goes down to his private parts. Is anybody else just noticing this? I don't know why this is bothering. This tie is way down here, like below the belt. You want your tie to fall off around here or a little above, right? I mean, what is going on with that tie? It's tied. It's, oh my God, it's coming all the way down to his ball sack. What's up with that tie? I'm sorry, like, that has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but what, is that normal? Man, that tie is ridiculous. I mean, is this some kind of compensation thing? What's going on with that? I don't know. Oh, shit.
Super chat party!
Oh, no, they let him go?
Oh, yeah?
Moment of silence for Chris Nagar. He'll be missed.
Oh, no, they released Chris. Oh, no, the Cleveland Browns have released kicker Chris
Nagar.
Wow. After only 1 week with the team. And it's being reported right now that the Jacksonville Jaguars have 20-something people on the COVID protocol. Is that true? There may not be a New England Patriots versus Jacksonville Jaguars game this week, if that's the case. Man, if I don't get football, I'm going to go stir crazy and eat somebody. That's not good. Wow, Chris has been released, apparently. Wow. By the Browns.
Nagar.
That's not good. That's too bad. I went over the card for Rampage already, but I'll do it again real quick. Darby Allin, Anthony Bowens in a match. You're also going to see people coming out there in a surprise. We got Anna Jay, Tay Conti versus Penelope Ford and the Bunny in a street fight, and the match again is described as a bloodbath. Cody Rhodes will defend his TNT championship against Ethan Page. And it's a pretty run-of-the-mill little episode, aside from the fact that we're going to get a street fight that is full of just, I guess, is said to have gotten an ovation by the crowd and is legit, apparently, a absolute bloodbath. So that is going on. And trying to find some video, if we can, of some of it by potentially Mike Messier has it. Here we go. Yes, Mike Messier has some video footage from the street fight. And I will view it now to make sure it's not going to spoil anything for anybody that doesn't want to be spoiled. But courtesy of our friend in Florida, Mike Messier, this is part of the street fight that he filmed that we will see Friday night that is really a bloodbath. Here is a non-spoiler clip. What a pump kick coming here. Check this out. Boom! Oh, a scissor kick there. Just a step-up like pump kick to the face. Boom! Conti just labeled her. And they're on the outside. They're grabbing tables. You know, quite honestly, looking at that again, somebody's hiding under the ring. It looks like that might be Bunny hiding under the ring. I wonder if Bunny is cutting herself. So potentially they, or she's getting medical attention. Potentially they did this on purpose because Bunny's half under the ring. Like hiding. She purposely like went under the ring. That's just weird. See that? Look at that. She's like, oh, let me go under here. Why? What? What are you doing? Oh, and the referee's helping her with something too. So yeah, it looks like she might have purposely bladed and she's hiding to go do it. Under the ring here. Look at that. He's working with her. She's trying to... And then she goes, oh, I'll just cover up. I'll just go hide under the ring. And play dead now under the ring. Like, that's weird. I don't know. So something's up there. But, yeah, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out on what we can see after it's edited for TV. Okay. So maybe they did do it. Maybe they did plan it. Maybe. We'll see, though. That still is not 100%. But that does... Thank you to Mike Messier for that video footage. Check out Mike Messier's channel on YouTube. He's always got good footage at Subscribe to Mike Messier on YouTube. Wow. Okay. But that's all he had. He didn't have anything else. He does have some spoiler stuff. Oh, maybe he does have more. He does have more, actually, I believe. Let me see if I have it. Oh, yeah, he's got more. He's got a lot more footage. Wow, okay, he's got a load of stuff.
Well, what do you know? We got ourselves a new member.
Oh, shit.
And I got a member in my pants.
Hey, Spectral Citizen, thanks for becoming a member, man. 12 months. That's 1 year, dude. Spectral, man, thank you so much, dude, for supporting me for that long, man. That's nuts. That is really nice of you, man. That is so nice of you, dude. Thank you so much. That's a whole year, man, of support. Thank you. Holy shit, 12 months of membership. And we are going to have a members-only stream this weekend, so let's hear some of this. Penelope Ford. Look at this on the outside. Ooh. Oh, either Conti's busted wide open as well, or she's just got the blood from somebody else on her. But her face is red as hell, too. Wow. Man, the way the women are dressed, too, it's like this is such like a weird... I feel like a lot of people are going to be beating it to this, you know? Because Penelope Ford is unbelievable, you know? Penelope Ford does... Dude, this is crazy. I still think some of these women aren't have trouble in the ring, but for this effort, like, this could be exciting because they're really putting in an effort here. Ooh. Man, they look like they're putting in an effort. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. No, my God. Holy shit. Oh, my God. What is she doing? Oh, my God, guys. Mike Messier has captured the goods. Oh, my good Lord. Oh, my God. The table doesn't break. If you don't want to be spoiled, guys, turn your head from the TV right now for about, or from your phone or whatever you're watching me on. Turn your head for about 30 seconds here. I'm going to play this. This is wild what you're about to see. Now, certainly it will look different on TV, but take a look at this. If you don't want to be spoiled, please look away right now for a second. Here we go. Spoilers starting now. Moonsault off the top. Oh, my God. Oh, Lord. Good God, no. Oh, my God, bro. Holy shit. That is wild, dude. The table, okay, you guys can come back now if you want, and there'll be no spoilers anymore. But, wow. The table does not give. Her sternum took all of that leg and knee right to the sternum. That was... And she avoided, like, hurting herself and landing in the rightish spot to put the knee across the sternum and support herself on the side of the apron. That was wild. That could have gone wildly wrong. This is wild stuff. Shout out to Mike Messier for this wonderful, wonderful footage. Damn. That was some crazy shit. I gotta see what else Mike had. I mean, that was wild.
Super chat party.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Jacksonville period fight or Kotex on a pole match.
Wait a minute. What'd you say? Mr. Pico Boulevard, Jacksonville period fight or Kotex on a pole match? I'm going Kotex. Yeah, I really go for either one. I'd go for either one, to be honest. Even though, I've seen these girls struggle and stuff like that, I do give them credit for having this kind of all-out street fight of a match that I think is going to be extremely fun, apparently, to watch, regardless of what you think. Dude, this match is whacked out, bro. This is gonna be some wild shit to watch Friday night. I gotta be honest, man. This is one of the best marketing photos I've ever seen. If it was designed that way, you know, it is what it is. I am gonna make sure that we watch Rampage Friday. I'm gonna make sure that it's part of Monetize This in some way to see how good it's gonna be. This is crazy. I mean, I wouldn't have known about this if I wasn't home at this point, but this is crazy. Whew. God damn, man. This is crazy. Wow. That's nuts. It's going to be a fun time. So what's up, guys? How you guys doing today? I did not expect to be able to be live today, but I got out of work early today because my last 2 appointments canceled. So COVID, here I am, baby. So it's good to be here. I didn't think I'd be here today, but here I am. And I did work my morning shift, and then after that, everything was canceled. So cheers to everybody. Just got back, and I had a pretty good little day, I guess. A lot of driving and shit like that. But I hope you guys have had a good day as well. Good to be back. Good to be here. I expected to not be here till 10 p.m. and to pass out when I got home, but here we are. AEW signs Tony Storm and Athena Ember Moon. Yeah, I know, right? I wish they would. But instead, what's out today is about how Tony's going to be careful with who he signs. Do we know who took this photo? I'm actually going to message the guy on Twitter who tweeted it out. I just want to give credit to whoever took the photo. Oh, DWELSH has some more interesting videos. Oh my God, guys, this thing is gonna get nuts. This thing is gonna get nuts. I don't even want to show you what DWELSH is sending me because I don't want to spoil any more. I want you guys to see the match by itself with how it is. I don't want to overhype the match either. You know what I mean? I want to watch it and see if it has flow. But Friday night we have to. We would be crazy to not check this out. You know what I mean? For it being such a street fight and a bloodbath and.
Stop it! I swear fucking God, stop it, Minnesota! Stop it! Stop it, Minnesota! Stop it!
Well, that was certainly interesting.
Minnesota, stop it! I swear.
The rantings of a crazy man. The rantings of a crazy man.
He's already jerking his fucking dick off. You're going like this to his fucking dick. He's already jerking his fucking dick off. You're going like this to his fucking dick. He's already jerking his fucking dick off. You're going like this to his fucking dick.
Whoa.
He's already jerking his fucking dick off. You're going like this to his fucking dick.
Oh boy. That is well, he's over here jerking his dick off going like this. You know? Hey, listen. Sometimes you just got to go like that, man. You got to do that. Sometimes you got to go and do that. What's up, chat? I hope you guys hit the subscribe button. We got more wrestling news for you and a whole lot more. He's over there jerking his thing like that. Yes, we know. We know that, Egghead. Thank you, Egghead, for that, for cluing us in on all of that. Egghead is always there for to give us
Looks like
good news.
my little lass needs a shaving.
Oh,
Get scared.
get scared. Tony from Revere with a donation. Venti Uno coming in. Wow. I don't know if that's really him. It could be a troll, but it could be really him. I don't know. Get scared. I should have a clip of thank you, Tony, I guess. I haven't talked to him in a long time. TFR. Get scared. Okay. Well, hey, get scared. We need a clip of Gargut saying get scared. Venti Uno coming in from the rear. He saw a bullhead, and he was like, yo, I'm in on that.
It was a big, huge sausage fest. I had to hop in.
I get it, Leah. You know, I get it. I would, too. I'd hop right in. Hop right into the nightmare.
He's over there jerking his fucking dick off. You're going like this to his fucking dick.
I mean, it's not as bad as Chris, you know? But, yeah, so overall, I think Rampage, you know, could have that excitement level for us Friday night. We'll see what happens. Toni Storm apparently left WWE because of burnout. She said she was burnt out with wrestling, with the company. I mean, she, according to this Wrestling Inc. article, it's like, dude, it's like, well, yeah, I mean, you know, they weren't going to do anything, just like Karrion Kross and everybody else. I mean, dude, nobody wants to work with WWE. Nobody wants to really be there. Nobody wants to work there. And when they do want to work there, you know, they treat you like ass. And then you get pissed off and you have a bad time and you have a bad, you know, relationship, even though it's the place you wanted to be. By the way, Will Henderson is the one who took the photo. I want to credit him because it's a great photo by Will. Such a great photo by Will Henderson, who took the photo, man. And I just wanted to give him credit because he took a wonderful picture. And I hope that he... I don't watermark my stuff because, well, I'm not a pro photographer. But if guys like Malachi, Cody McIntyre can tag and credit me, I promise you, too, you still get your thousands of likes and retweets, says Will Henderson. A lot of people trying to give the guy his due. I mean, listen, some people wouldn't even reach out to the guy. They wouldn't credit you at all. But you got to do it.
Motherfucker, here we go. Everyone knows I'm out the window. Yep. Yo, motherfucker, no romance, cause there ain't no chance in my happy pants. Could you perchance come and take this dance and leave me here? I'm a bad motherfucker, ain't got no fear. What the time was the time, motherfucker? Time, motherfucker. Put it in a happy rhyme, motherfucker. I said Glock. Bang, bang, tick-tock. In a fucking suck. Oil shock. 2 on consignment, 1 in stock. What's the time, motherfucker? I said Glock. Come on. I said Glock.
Thanks for that bullfrog clip.
You are
Priceless.
welcome. Carlos Ray, what's up, man? Thank you for the $20, bro. Thank you for feeding my family, you sex beast. Thank you for giving me gas money, feeding my family, and making my show continue to exist. Without people like you, I can't do what I'm doing. And please check out Patreon if you want to, guys, go to the next level with me and supporting this channel, because I have no sponsors, really. I have no other support, and I'm always under attack, and I'm always forced to do a million things to keep curtailing how I do things, because that's how the world works. So I hope you guys support me as best you can on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show and in the super chats and donations. Thank you so much. And you guys are the best, man. You guys are the best. Carlos Ray, thank you. Let's hear it again.
He's over there jerking his fucking dick off. You're going like this to his fucking dick.
I actually, if you want to hear more of that, I'm going to be live a little bit later with a throwdown episode where I break down this guy. I have another clip and a longer clip of crazier stuff that we're going to get into, I think, potentially later, and have a little bit of fun there. So come on by and check that out. And let's see what else you guys are going to say. The Unknown says, I'm not going to lie, I'm getting hard looking at that pic. Listen, I don't think there's any shame in saying it. I don't know what is going on, but there's something erotic about this. I'm not going to lie either, man. I swear to God, I could hide it, whatever. I don't care about what women look like anymore, really, and calendar girls and things like that. I don't get into that. I love my wife, and that's all I need. I just don't get that crazy about, oh, look at how hot this other girl is. I know that sounds like I'm lying to be like, I love my wife, but it's just, I just do. I don't really get that crazy about other women. I get excited that a woman is that pretty, that she's going to do well or could sell well or really entertain people because she's that hot, but I don't really care that much. But there is something. I'm not even that much into Allie or the bunny anyway. But I got to tell you something, man. There is something erotic about this. This is some kind of like Cradle of Filth video, music video. There's something about it. Shout out to the chat, man. The unknown is right. Horror core. I mean, you're dead right, bro. Lacey Evans, no doubt. Blizz, what up? Jeffro DeBoss. How you doing, Jeffro? Thank you, man. Thank you to all the people who became producers. Thanks to Coral Cortez, who became a $25 producer on the Joe Cronin Show Patreon, on my Patreon, man. Thank you. It's people like you guys that are going to allow me to continue to support everything, keep going, and get that producers list out this month. Please think about it. If you've been a $5 or $10 supporter and you're doing well and you can do it, jump up to that $25 producer spot. You'll get all the links to the Discord stuff and the credentials there, and you'll get your name down below on all the descriptions of these videos. Plus, I will create that text graphic with you on it. And if you want, you can hit me up so we can have some talks if you like, and all that stuff. Become a producer of the show, man. That is a huge way to show support. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Plus, you unlock tons of extra content not heard on YouTube. If you guys haven't heard all my previous podcasts and everything else before, there's so much there. It's insane. There's thousands of podcasts that are not available on YouTube, that are on Patreon only, and on my website only, in so many places. I mean, this is just a short list of some of those things. I mean, there's these. Jake and Joe podcast, 30 episodes. Monetize this audio, 35 of those. Off the Rails, WWE, Till Death Do Us podcast with my wife. Honestly podcast with me, Tommy, and other people. Bailey and Cronin, JB and me, 18 episodes. Cronin Speaks, 17 episodes. After Dark with me and Jesse, 14 episodes. Final Frontier News, 12. Podcasts, comedies, polls, interviews, gaming. Talk Spooky to Me with my wife and Monica. There's just so much stuff. Out of nowhere bonus content. Behind the scenes stuff, throwbacks, flip outs, rages, over 100 song parodies that I've put up on there. Plus more 227 episodes of Morning Madness, 34 episodes of Note to Self, 31 bonus wrestling podcasts, and 285 episodes of Corrupted Podcasts. It's all there on Patreon. That's why you should join Patreon for at least the $5 spot. And speaking of that, we're going to go right now to another donation and talk more about this wrestling news. And, of course, this bloodbath that's going to happen Friday night in this street fight that apparently, we got to check out. I wasn't going to check out Rampage this week, but now I'm going to. I want to thank Sean Martin for becoming a $1 patron. Patty McGill for his support last month at $150. He did move to a different level this month, so if anybody wants to fill the shoes of Patty McGill, we could use it. But thank you to Patty McGill, Jay Swiss, and others who also became patrons. No doubt about it, you guys are the balls.
Super Chat Party!
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
It needs to learn from ECW. They're hotshotting and overbooking, not booking for longevity. Focus on talent, less comedy, high work rate action.
Well, inverted name, thank you for the $4.99. One of the things that AEW, like you're saying, even though AEW is to me is much more entertaining than the current WWE, one thing that AEW does do a lot, which is something that WWE was doing a few years ago, is relying on the Band-Aid effect, right? Every couple of years, WWE had nothing going on, so WWE had to rely on Brock Lesnar's back. Oh, my God. WWE had to rely on Stone Cold Steve Austin Attitude Throwback Night or whatever. They had to rely on Goldberg returns. They had to rely on The Undertaker returns. They had to rely on John Cena returns. So WWE would put out a piss-poor, terrible product, but they would have these little spikes every once in a while because they would put a Band-Aid over bullet hole in bringing back someone like Goldberg, Brock Lesnar, Stone Cold, Hulk Hogan, The Rock, you name it. That's how WWE handled it. And right now, even if you like AEW, and I do, I love AEW, and I think that they are much better than WWE at this point, But they do rely on that sort of surprise and look who's debuting now, and it's always someone debuting. But, recently a lot of AEW fans and a lot of us wanted Bray Wyatt to debut, and recently at Winter's Coming, a lot of people were disappointed that something bigger didn't happen because we're so used to AEW being like, here's a surprise, and again, and we did kind of get that. Kyle O'Reilly and people are showing up, and that's still happening, but AEW does that a lot too, where you really can't get a good gauge on how well AEW is doing on the week-to-week storytelling shows sometimes, because every 2 months they're injected with another name that's come over. So I get that. But I still do think that they're just a much better product than WWE. WWE relied on Band-Aids over bullet holes. AEW relies on shiny glitter over I don't know what analogy would be. I'm terrible with them, but AEW relies on putting shiny glitter, on top of a pretty cake. I don't know exactly what the analogy is, but you get what I'm trying to say, right? And if I wasn't so dumb, I would be able to say it much better, right? I mean, I would be able to do that, but I just can't. I can't really get into that and come up with it and figure it out. But, it is what it is. The bottom line is AEW is operating right now, I believe, at a 6 out of 10 at least efficiency. And the thing, too, is I know that AEW doesn't need to debut someone. They can have a Dynamite and have a great episode of Dynamite that's an 8 out of 10 without debuting anybody. But I don't think WWE is capable of having an 8 out of 10 show. I just don't think that's possible at this point. But if you guys want to become a member, feel free to jump and click that membership button over there and become a member down below if you want to support the channel and get access to the membership stream that I'm going to be doing this weekend. A big membership stream. We're going to talk wrestling, football, and random other stuff, Q&A. It's going to be about you guys. Whatever members say is going to be whatever I'm commenting on and whatever I'm responding to. It's going to be about you guys. I'm going to read the chat only and read every message in the chat, and it's going to be a members-only, half-an-hour stream, rapid fire. You bring up the questions, you say the things, and I respond to them directly, one after another, in a rapid-fire situation. Obviously, Allie busted wide open. The Bunny busted wide open. This is a street fight. We can confirm that there are multiple spots in this match that are crazy-looking, that are fun and exciting, and so I hope this match flows together well on Friday night. I think it's possible that it will. I really do think that Friday night we are going to be in for something at least to talk about in this match. And I know that there are probably botches and that a lot of these women have been known to be a bit green and uncoordinated, but what I've seen in this seems to be somewhat exciting, and I hope that is what we get, is some excitement in this match that's going to make me feel like it was worth it to watch AEW. Now, the ratings apparently are that AEW Dynamite did a 900,000 viewership, but I'm trying to figure it out right now. Apparently, Toni Storm paid for her own flight home after she left WWE. Well, I mean, she better, right? Because she left on her own. So, And again, I do want to say that I praised several times the other night on the review of Dynamite. I praised Brian Pillman Jr. He absolutely had a wonderful promo, and I feel the same about it right now that I did then. The guy just had a killer promo. I really loved Brian Pillman Jr.'s promo from the other night. I said it a million times the other night, ad nauseum probably for many people, but he just cut, I think, a wonderful promo the other night. And it was his best, and it sounded a little bit like Mankind and his father and himself all mixed into one thing, but it was just beautiful. I loved it, and I hope that a lot of people out there, enjoyed it and really understood, I think, the significance of, him stepping kind of out of that green, bland, new guy promo that he cuts a lot of times into this ability to kind of captivate me and really make me believe what he's saying. So Brian Pillman Jr., what a promo. It was great, and I'm trying to find it now, actually, because it was so good. And I don't think AEW didn't even upload it. I'm surprised. Why wouldn't they do that?
Super chat party.
Oh, yeah?
I'm going to Dynamite next week.
Oh.
Huge night.
Wow. Alex Oli, man, have a good time at Dynamite, dude. Thank you for all your support over the years, bro. Thanks for the $2, man. Yeah, I mean, hopefully you have fun. I think they're on a pretty good, they're on a roll right now. Not on a roll, but they're doing well right now. I think you should have a good time. It's not a bad time to be there. He's been all right at times, sort of, and shaky. Let's listen to this. Or just kind of green, but all right. Younger guy learning, but he's got the blood of wrestling in him. And he had just cut this promo tonight. I would have said, wow, yeah, he's got that. He's got that talent. So look out, because, this reminds me of, he used to reminded me of Shawn Michaels' early promos in the Rockers. Look at that. And if you look at Shawn Michaels' early promos in the Rockers, they were a bit rough, goofy, and, whatever. And then around the end of the Rockers to the beginning of the Heartbreak Kid stuff, he really started getting better. And this reminds me of that here tonight from Brian Pillman Jr. For the last 3 years, I've thought Brian Pillman Jr. was maybe a 4 or 5 out of 10 promo. But he stepped up here to a solid 6 or 7 here. In whatever that it doesn't matter if you give it a 6 or a 7. I'd probably give it a 6, but that's a great 6. It's a great 6. Maybe right. Promo would Here's the promo. Now normally this would sound terrible. I'm not gonna kick down your door because that's exactly what you want me to do. That might sound terrible coming delivered the wrong way. But because he seems fiery, I believe he means what he's saying.
Now, I never knew my father. I don't know what kind of man he was. But if I learned one thing from his life, it's that you only get one of them. And I'm not giving you mine!
Bro, that is some straight up Brian Pillman and Mankind sounding scream. And I'm not giving you mine! Like, I loved it. I love Brian Pillman's promo. So for the people that missed my review the other night, I absolutely loved it. Right there. That really helped the promo. Like, it got so much better, bro. That was really good. Like, I felt that. That was really good, man. You only get one life, and I'm not giving you mine! Like, he was like, dude, he was like Mankind. And I might just tear your head off! And you were like, wow. Like, I believe that. And that's what I get out of Brian Pillman Jr. here. This is great stuff. Possibly the beginning of something great.
Now, I never knew my father. I don't know what kind of man he was. But
Well, watch the videos.
If I learned one thing from his life, it's that you only get one of them. And I'm not giving you mine!
Oh, my God. I love that. That is so fire, dude. That is so fire. And I believe him. He sounds so passionate there. So passionate, bro. Ugh. I love it. I know that people are probably sick of me. I keep harping on it. Let's go right down what he said. I like it.
Now, I never knew my father. I don't know what kind of man he was. But
Well, watch the videos.
If I learned one thing from his life, it's that you only get one of them. And I'm not giving you mine!
Oh, my God. I love that. Huh. I mean, I love that. Dude, I love that. I absolutely love that promo. I love it so much, I want to play with it all day. I want to play with that promo all day long. I absolutely love it. I love it. And it reminds me of Mankind. It reminds me of the Loose Cannon, Brian Pillman. And it also reminds me of something new. It sounds like his own thing as well. So I really appreciate it. And I know that, like, I've spent way too much time just sucking him about this. But I want to, because it's, oh, yeah, I want to suck him. Oh, yeah. Because he deserves it at this point. He deserves to be sucked. Because it's so good. It's so good. I never knew my father, and I didn't know what kind of man he was. But if I learned one thing from his life, it's that you only get one of them, and I'm not giving you mine! You know, like, you can just see Mankind. Dude, if you can see Mankind cutting a promo like that, you know it's good. I used to be able to do Mankind a lot better than that. That sounds like a weird, and I'm not giving you mine! Like, that's what he sounds like. Well, maybe Vince McMahon wants me to play in traffic. You know, like, I can't really do it right now, but I used to be able to do it. Like, well, maybe Vince, you know, remember that? Like, I wish we could get McFoley to do it. So great. No, I never knew my father, and I don't know what kind of man he was. But if I learn one thing from his life, it's that you only get one of them, and I'm not giving you mine. Wah! Remember when he would do like the penguin screeching? He'd be like, wah! He would do like the squealing. Wah! Like he would just he would just do that out of nowhere sometimes. Like, dude, I mean, listen, bro. I never knew my father, and I don't know what kind of man he was. But if I learn one thing from his life, it's that you only get one of them, and I'm not giving you mine! Like, that is a great, wow. Dude, WWE would blow a sheep goblin in order to get that type of, you know, in order to get that type of passion and clout, you know? They would just murder for that. They would murder for it. He squealed while attacking JR. Yeah, remember that when he attacked JR? Like, it's just like, dude, it's right out of Mankind. And listen, Mankind had such great promos. You want me to play in traffic, Vince? You know, man, like, just look up a Mankind promo. You know what I mean? It's deranged. And I love it.
It all seemed like such a shame. We engaged in some of the most brutal contests this sport has ever known. But I couldn't help feeling that when it was all said and done, The Undertaker never really knew me at all. Do you know what it feels like to sit on an airplane with the stench of your own charred flesh in your nostrils for 14 hours? Because I do, and it makes me sick. Do you know what it feels like to walk inside your home and your wife says, "What is burning?" And it's me!
I mean, dude, I could listen to that all night long. I could listen to it all night long.
Have you ever been treated, or have you ever been... Well, maybe he likes pain. You see, you're a powerful man, Jimmy. You have got the ability to reach a lot of people, to spread the truth, and you neglect to do it. Let me ask you a couple of questions. What is it about pain that I love? You see, I feel just like every other person. You see that? It hurts. Is it when I can't get up? When my little boy says, "Daddy, I want to play ball," and I can't do it? Is that where the fun starts? Is it where a doctor injects a 12-inch needle into the discs in my spine so I can wrestle one more day? Whoopee! Let the party begin. I can't believe you sit here and ask me those questions. Do I bring it on to myself? I haven't done a damn thing to you. All you've done to people is mislead them and let them think that I'm having the time of my goddamn life when I'm in pain. Don't you look at me with that smug look. You make me sick, a man of integrity. I want to smack you.
Bro. Oh, man, that was so good. That was so good. That was so good. I mean, that's like magic. Well, we just watched magic, you know? You know what? Dave, he actually had a good Mankind impression. I forgot about that, TKO Rising. I was trying to remember who had the really good impression of him. I couldn't remember if it was Jake. But yeah, it was Dave that had it. He had a really good one. Good impression. I couldn't remember if it was Jesse or Jesse might have one too. Jesse might have a good Mankind impression as well. I don't quite remember. But interesting stuff nonetheless. And real quick, I do want to, it looks like we have a donation. Let me take a look. I think. Yes, we do. Here it is.
Super Chat Party!
Whoa.
Oh, yeah?
97% chance Lori Lightfoot family tree has raccoons.
Oh, no, Mr. Pico Boulevard. That is probably in reference to my video about Lori Lightfoot that I put up earlier today, but that is, oh, God. Look out. Mr. Pico Boulevard just going savage. Let's hear this real quick, and let's see if we can... for him, because before, like I said, he was a 5 out of 10. It's maybe promo. Very, very green sounding. Very nice guy. Like, I'm just happy to be here. I'm the son of Brian Pillman, but I'm going to do my best. You know, this is a step up from that, where he sounds very, very passionate about what he's saying. This is great. And speaking of great, you guys are great. So, because you guys are great...
Super Chat Party!
Oh, yeah?
Imagine partying with Methany Pillman and Jake Roberts.
Oh, my God. That'd be a wild ride, Mr. Pico Boulevard. I need to go to the donations and hear what you guys are saying right now, because it looks like you guys are speaking in the chat here. Let's find out what people are saying. You guys can support my show, keep my show on the air, and keep my show going. About 5,000. That MJF is still promoting the great war, the great bidding war of 2024. I mean, dude, does it get any better than that when he constantly references how WWE is great and they're the professional company, and that makes him a bigger heel right there? I just love it, man. This is so brilliant. What he's doing is brilliant. Absolutely brilliant stuff from MJF. Great decision. Brilliant. Love it. Absolutely a friggin'... the capacity, we had an argument about the capacity last night, but it looks like AEW did about 1 million. I was just trying to research real quick to see if the updated numbers came in yet for Dynamite, to see what the numbers are, but I don't know 100%. It looks like everybody was saying 900,000. Some people were saying 1 million earlier, but I don't know. I can't get clarification on what the number is, other than from DWELSH pulling it out there. DWELSH, where did you get that? Lori's your cousin, Ernest? Can you talk to her for me? What's up, Ernest? I have a lot of friends in Chicago who are like furious. Is Lori really your cousin? You should hit me up and tell me about what is she doing out there? People in Chicago are pissed. I have talked to so many people in Chicago that are losing their mind.
Oh, yeah. We got a new subscriber. Yeah. Freak out.
Oh. The Stock Implorer. Thank you for subscribing, man. Much appreciated. 975,000, says Steve Langenheim. So they just came short of 1 million. Damn. That's really close. Hey, the Stock Implorer, thank you for subbing to the channel. Thanks to Max for subbing to the channel as well. Subbing here to JCS. Much appreciated, dude. We've been doing this since 2012, so I hope you guys subscribe. This is going to be my 10th year on the air, my 10th year doing wrestling reviews and doing this. Today we've gained 40 subscribers just today. So thank you to everybody who's been subscribing. Thanks to everybody who's been donating, using Super Chat, using all the links, and going to Patreon. Everywhere you guys have been supporting the channel. Thank you guys for doing what you can. No doubt about it. I'm always censored. I'm always controlled, and they don't want you to support me. So people said I wouldn't make $20 today. So and I don't even care. I mean, I was coming on here no matter if I made $2 to tell you about this news. But I'm sure you've infuriated many of the scumbags out there by donating to my show. So thank you for donating to me to support me and piss off all the people that would like to see me and my family burn. Burn alive, Vince! Because I'm sorry. I'm super into Mankind right now. Bring back Mankind. Devontae, what's up, man? The Rack, what's going on? Let me see. Jfinity, JR selling attacks were the best. Yeah, when JR would get attacked, they were the best, man. They were the best. I think Vince, yeah, I mean, JR always did a good job. You know, JR was pretty convincing in everything the guy did, and the guy wasn't even supposed to be that sort of, whatever. You just you believe JR no matter what it is. You know what I mean? Absolutely. Slammy Joe. Yeah, of course, man. Everybody's drained. It's the holidays. I'm super lucky to have gotten the support that I get. I'm wicked lucky to have had any support on this stream today. It's tough times, and Christmas just happened. The good news is COVID looks like it's starting to die out, although not really because more people are getting it because the variant now is way more contagious but way less lethal. And the next version is going to be even more contagious but be even more less lethal. And then the strains are going to just become completely almost less lethal, and COVID's going bye-bye as far as its lethality or its lethalness. But the problem is right now we're in the most busiest time for hospitals because millions, like 40 times, I broke this down on a video on Shame on News earlier today. But basically, I'm not a doctor, I'm not an expert, I'm not a
looks
whatever.
Like my little lass needs
shit.
Shaving.
Try hard. Thank you for the dono.
10/10ths Mankind as Brian Pillman promo. Now take my money.
Damn. Oh shit. Try hard. Dropping $20. $20. Wow, try hard. Holy shit. Try to get hard. I might get hard after that donation. Well, you made up for my second half of my workday not happening. Thank you so much, try hard. Yeah, I thought Brian's promo was great. Thought it was great. I really liked it. I think a lot of people are giving him a lot of love and respect for his promo. I think he's getting a lot of love, for his promo. But yeah, basically, we're gonna go into I'm gonna pull out from John Madden here, and I'm gonna show you that John Madden style here. Take a look at this. COVID-1 it spread only about 20% the times that it does now. It was lethal though. 5% of people died. Delta spread even more at 45% more. So 4 million, and it was 2.5% lethal. Omicron is spreading like 80%, say. I'm just making up numbers. And the lethalness is 1%. And then the next one will be weaker. It will spread even more, but the lethalness will go down. So more people will get infected with a weaker version of the virus, giving everybody immunity or programming everybody with herd immunity. And just like the Spanish flu lasted 3 to 5 years, really, and before it started, kind of becoming herd immunity. That's what we're in for, it looks like, with Coco. So, I don't know, bro. I'm optimistic about this. The problem is when you get to this mid-level right here of Omicron, where we're at right now, this right here, the problem with that is you're going to have more hospitalizations because just the numbers are going to add up that no matter what, Omicron is going to get more people in the hospital because even though percentage-wise people are dying less, which is great, much less than they were before because the variant is weaker. It's because you're timesing the amount infected, you're going to end up with more people sick in the hospital, which is going to make it seem like it's worse, but it's actually not. It's that way more people are infected, so more people are in the hospital, but less people are dying of it still, percentage-wise, and the hospitals still have the same capacity they had when the first COVID came out, but the capacities are going to fill up more now because we're in that middle-of-the-road variant range. But once everybody starts catching it and getting it once or twice, then that should eliminate the hospitalizations going forward mostly in the amount that they're having them at afterwards when we get to the weaker variants that come after Omicron. There is a 1 out of 10 chance that a variant could spike up and be insane later on, but that's less likely and not usually how it goes. So that's why I am slightly optimistic that going forward we should, in the next 6 months, probably within the next 3 to 4 months, start to see things get better maybe, but I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I'm a high school dropout who has a GED and is a moron. So I may not know a damn thing. What are you going to do? You know, I have no idea. Yeah. Jeff wrote a boss, got a question in the chat. You guys have been donating so much. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Let's just go. Let's answer a question in the chat. Jeffro says, I got a question. Does Mick Foley own all his gimmicks, or do they belong to WWE? Well, Mankind is a WWE property. I mean, that's why they wanted to call him Mankind in the first place, right? So, I mean, Mick Foley does the sock when he does live things. You know, he does the sock. He does the promos. He is Mick Foley. He does Socko, so he's allowed to do that. But he wouldn't be able to call himself Mankind, you know, and wrestle, I don't think, under Mankind. Because, you know, that would be, I mean, that's the gimmick of WWE. That's their property is Mankind. So, yeah, they own Mankind. They own the music, Mankind. They own. Now, I don't know if they own Cactus Jack. They probably own Cactus Jack, too, at this point. I don't think they own the rights to Mick Foley, though. You know, I don't think. But, you know, we could see. Joe over Fauci. Joe greater than Biden. Bunny has buck teeth, says John Bello. Well, that's true. Joe, you know wrestling. That's what's important. Yeah, it is with the wrestling channel, right? Joe, what's COVID-19? What's up, man? What up, Sith Negan? How you doing? Yeah. Oh, yeah, Dude Love. They probably own... I'm assuming that they own Dude Love as well, because I think they probably bought that or have some kind of rights to that. I don't know, though. They may have let that expire. Okay. I love Dude Love, man. You think we can get the Dude Love theme? Dude Love was fire. Do you think somebody covers it hilariously out there somewhere? Nobody covers Dude Love's song? I can't believe there's not a cover out there. Wow. Nobody covering Dude Love? I can't believe that, dude. I'm looking on the internet to see if... You got to believe Vince was dancing to this. Do you guys remember how much Vince didn't want Mick Foley in the company and how he thought Mick Foley was disgusting, stupid, fat, you know, whatever, he's not going to be good or whatever. But when Mick Foley came into the company eventually, like, then Vince started to like him. And then, you know, when you get down the line a little bit, when you get into, like, him showing, you know, Mick Foley showing Vince McMahon his Dude Love persona or gimmick. I mean, Vince must have just loved it. And that's what Mick Foley said. He's like, I showed Vince my idea of, you know, Dude Love and what I was, and Vince loved it, you know? And that's funny because you would think that's a stupid thing that a guy like Vince would be like, what the hell, we're not going to do that. But it's actually right up Vince's alley. And Mick Foley and Vince had something in common that they didn't really even know, you know? And even when you say it, like, Vince McMahon would love a character that thinks he's a playboy and a cool cat who calls himself Dude Love. Dude Love. I love it. I love it. He's a cool cat. And he's like, I'm Dude Love. Like, that's so, dude, that is so Vince McMahon. It's unbelievable. And it's not hard to see why when Mick Foley showed Vince McMahon that sort of sexy boy character like Shawn Michaels, but Dude Love and, you know, the Jerry Garcia look and everything else that he had that Vince wouldn't have loved. It makes sense, right? You would think he wouldn't like that, but knowing Vince now like we do, without knowing him, it's like that is just so up his alley. Like, you would think that would be a death sentence pitching that to somebody. Like, hey, look at this character that I have. There, I'm like, this cool cat, Dude Love. You know, you'd be like, dude, you're a loser. Get the fuck out of here with that. But actually, Vince McMahon is like, hell yeah, I love it. Oh, I think Mick Foley can appear as Cactus Jack if he wanted to, because he did wrestle as Cactus Jack in TNA Impact Wrestling over a decade ago. So yeah, you might be right, Sith. Maybe that's true. Maybe only Mick Foley, or maybe only Mankind. We know Mankind is owned by the WWE. We know that. So unless there's a blessing from Vince in the legal department to Mick Foley to appear as Mankind somewhere, you know, he's not going to be able to do that. But yeah, that's it. So maybe Dude Love and Cactus Jack are properties of Mankind.
For the first time in history, it's gonna start raining men. It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna let myself get absolutely soaking wet. It's raining men. Hallelujah, it's raining men. Every specimen in tall, dark, blonde, lean, rough and tough and strong and free. God bless you. God bless Mother Nature. God bless you, Mother Nature. 'Cause it's raining men and I'm wet and I'm
It's amazing how Vince back then was willing to let his talent be the characters they wanted to be compared to now. Mick Foley, The Rock and Stone Cold could never get over if they came into WWE today.
Well, and Soundwave, thank you so much, dude, for dropping $18. Soundwave, thank you, man. Holy shit, dude. But and I like your Twitter earlier. I was reading your Twitter earlier. But remember how much The Rock had to fight to get that. Remember, The Rock was just desperately saying, please, give me one chance to just go at it on the microphone, please, Vince McMahon. And then The Rock got that opportunity to get the mic and be himself. And that was when The Rock exploded. You know what I mean? So he did have to politic for that for a while. But I do agree that it was easier to get to Vince back then. You know, there was like 40 superstars back then. There was like 40 or 50 superstars, and there were like 30 main ones, and then there were like 25 sort of the top tier regulars. And you know, Rocky was in on that top tier, even at a low level, maybe like the 25th guy on the poll, or the 20th guy on the poll, or whatever you want to say. But he was able to speak with Vince McMahon easily and say, listen, Vince, just let The Rock go out there and do the thing. And Vince was up against it because he was losing money. Remember, they were taking the water coolers. So Vince is up against it. He's looking for any way possible. He's open-minded, looking for anything. Give me something. We need to save the company. And he was open to suggestion like a maniac back then. But when Vince is doing well, he is less open to suggestion. When Vince is doing bad, he is open to suggestion. And because Vince is doing nowhere near bad right now, financially, he's not really open to suggestion right now. And that's what we're seeing. Let's see if we can find one of the first promos of The Rock. You know, I don't know if we can, and it doesn't exist. But we've heard The Rock interview on Vince. You know, I don't know if we can find that interview. Hey, whatever happened to The Rock show? Remember the Rocky Maivia show that was on? What happened to that, guys? I forgot all about it. I watched the first 2 episodes and I actually loved it. I loved it. What happened to it? Did it get canceled? I really enjoyed it. Do you guys know what happened to that? Did it have more episodes? I got to go watch it. I liked it. God damn it, I forgot. I forgot about it. Yeah, I don't know if I can find an interview where The Rock really delivers this promo. I'm trying to find it right now, but I don't know if I can find it. But he was, man, it was. Let's see, The Rock promo, 1997. Remember? Well, this is 1998. I don't want to. That's deep into 98. I want to go into 97. The Rock. Here's our promo. Let's see this one. Let's see this Rock promo.
The new, undisputed Intercontinental Champion, the People's Champion, and as we all know, the best damn Intercontinental Champion there ever was.
And you know what?
Hey, with all due respect, the champ is talking. Continental Champion, the People's Champion.
This is 97.
And as we all know, the best damn Intercontinental Champion there ever was.
And you know what?
Hey, with all due respect, the champ is talking.
The Rock's talking and you shut your mouth. You know your role. You shut your pie hole. The Rock will jam his boot so far up your ass you'll never speak again. The Rock says, like the way The Rock would speak back then was so wild. How The Rock's cadence changed over the years. But the way The Rock spoke, man, that charisma was hilarious. And if people don't remember, it was like you wanted Stone Cold to win at one point and beat D-Generation X, even though you kind of liked DX. It's like you kind of liked DX, but you loved to hate him, and you really liked to hate The Rock, but you loved to cheer for Stone Cold, but yet you liked all of them. And it's just wild to think about those times. Like, oh my God, were they good. I love Farouk's face.
The champ, unfortunately, the champ is a very unhappy man. And that's for the simple fact that gutless thief in the night, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
I love, dude. The Rock says his name, and the people start cheering. And The Rock gets this wide-eyed look like, dude, listen, straight out of Macho Man almost. Like the wide-eyed look like,
but unfortunately, that thief in the night, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
And they start cheering, and he's like,
I am gonna rip his head off.
And like, it's like that looked like that, like, oh my God, The Rock had it, man. He just had it right from the get-go. Once they got him out of that, well, I'm gonna go out there and I'll do my best, JR, to win the match. Like, it was so lame when he was the good guy thing. Oh God, it was so lame. But man, when he got this opportunity to be this character, that look on his face right there that he's just detests that they're cheering for Steve Austin. Look at the eyes, bro. His eyes are just like, oh my God, bro. It's so good. It's so good. And what's crazy is we saw good before this in wrestling for so much of the 80s and the early 90s. And it was so good to see it working again. It didn't work really very well in 94, 5, and maybe a little in 6 as well. But it started working great here again in 97. And you really had some charisma on the microphone. That's what it always comes down to, man. It always comes down to that charisma.
That gutless thief in the night, Steve Austin, stole The Rock's Intercontinental title. No. He stole our Intercontinental belt.
Well, stealing belts was your MO, Rock.
Now, I will say this, Stone Cold Steve Austin, as the undisputed Intercontinental Champion of the World Wrestling Federation, I say to you here right now, I order you to come out here and give The Rock what is rightfully his, the Intercontinental belt.
Well, here he is, Rock. I believe business is just about to pick up.
Stone Cold Steve Austin!
There's the rattlesnake. There ain't none like you. Yeah, where is the title, Steve? As we said last week.
I'm going to go back to this Rampage news in a minute for the people that just got in here. But let's go back into a little bit of fun here with Steve Austin and The Rock.
You want to know I do what I want when I want. The same with your little buddies right there. Hell, I ran my damn truck all over their asses. Rocky, I whipped your ass. You stole the belt from me because that's exactly what you are, a piece of trash. I forfeited that belt to you because for once in my life, I was in a good mood and I had some mercy on your junky ass. You want your little tight? Shut up. Stop moving your mouth. I'll sew your damn lips closed. You're gonna find out where your belt's at. Just go grab yourself a little monitor, stick around, because I got something to show you, and you're gonna understand, Rock, when you mess with the 316, you're in way over your damn head. You just don't know no better.
JR, what does he mean by The Rock's in way over his head? I don't have any idea.
It means Stone Cold Steve Austin is gonna chuck that piece of trash title in the ocean where it belongs to sink to the bottom like The Rock's career. Because Stone Cold.
I don't know. What a great time, man. What a great time. But yeah, so this Friday night, going back to AEW, obviously Tony Storm gone. Tony Khan saying, we can't just sign everybody, obviously. Miro has been reportedly working with an injury, so he's got some kind of nagging injury that's going on. Not to be confused with Chris, who just got released by the Browns.
Nagar.
Chris, who's gone from the Browns. I won't say his last name. I'll let Joe Buck do it.
Nagar.
Thank you so much, Joe Buck. Your mother's a stupid.
Nagar.
So the Browns are getting a new kicker, so that's good for them. But Miro is reportedly dealing with some kind of injury, and that's Mark Middleton has that story on Wrestling Inc. So a lot of people are asking about where's Miro? I think it's because they're being careful with him because of the situation that's going on with him right now. So Friday night, we know that there's a big street fight with the women. Bunny got busted open. And from the looks of the spoilers, which I did read, it looks like a nice little 1-hour show that I think is worth our time this week. And this photo has sold it, obviously. I don't think this show would have done as well if we hadn't seen this spoiler photo that is really, really generating some interest, right? Regardless of if the match is amazing, a botch fest, or just a bloodbath. It's being called a bloodbath by people that were there reporting on it. And because of that, I think it's generated a lot of interest between all of us in wanting to watch AEW this week. Now, I've got a few more minutes here with you guys, so if you can, click the like button and stick the thumb up my ass if you can. If you really want to support, hit the membership button. If you want to support, become a patron like 240 of you guys already have. Thank you for that. And if you want to drop a comment or something, use the Super Chat feature in the chat down below, or get the link to Streamlabs down below or Stream Elements over there. Use whatever link you want. Drop it now. I'll play it on the show. We got about 5 minutes left, or maybe a little more, depending on how crazy it gets. And I'm opening up the phone lines as well. So if somebody wants to get on, we'll get you on as well real quick. I would say that We only got a few more minutes. Oh, I just glitched out my thing. Hold on. Do your fucking thing. Do your fucking thing. Uh-oh. I glitched out my shit. There's a way to get out of this. I just can't remember. Shit. We're just going to hear blah-blong, blah-blong, blah-blong. We're just going to keep hearing that. Let me see if I can get it. Shit, sucks when this happens. There's a way to get out of it that I figured out a little while back. But that noise is so annoying. It sucks to keep hearing that. God damn, is that noise annoying. Blah-blong. Can I get rid of it if I do this? Yeah, I got rid of the noise. Okay, there it goes. All right, let's see if I can get rid of it. Oh, okay, that didn't work. Okay, that didn't work. All right, let's see if... All right, let's see if this works. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm trying to get rid of it, guys. I know there's a way to do it. It's really difficult, though. You gotta, like, guess. Oh, I got it. I got rid of it. Oh, wow, I did it. Holy shit. I'm the balls. I am the balls. I did it, guys. I got rid of it. It's like you have to guess. It's very strange. Now let's see if I freeze it again if I do it. Oh, no, it didn't freeze this time. There we go. Wow. That's so funny. I did it. You have to, like, guess because you can't see the screen when it glitches. I figured that out a long time ago, though, so now I got that figured out. 339-226-6610. If you want to call up and be on the show and want to say something about Friday night with the Bunny busted open or any other things about Tony Storm or other wrestling topics or whatever, feel free to jump on for a second and let's check it out. SITH NEGAN in the chat says, Tony Khan most certainly needs to sign Tony Storm, Athena Ember Moon, and Tegan Knox. Yeah, I can't believe Tegan Knox. We loved her, man. That's a no-brainer to me. Kiera Hogan, Santana Garrett need to be full-time as well. Yeah, you're probably right about those ones, hopefully. But, I mean, how much room do they have left over there at AEW? Jesus, how much room do they have left, man? They've got so much going on. They're going to have to get rid of so many people. I got to believe the librarian and them are gone. Like Blue Pants and whatever the hell else. Like, they got to be going away, right? Blue Pants. And what's up to DJ Scandalous? Gonna pound that A55 on Rampage. Yeah, we're gonna see, man.
I see you flapping your gums at Stone Cold.
It was a great time, no doubt about it. Was a great time, no doubt about it. I really appreciate it. Hey, shout out to the Google moderator team who took out somebody in the chat. Look at this. This person keeps making names of Too Sweet, but every time they talk, it doesn't come through because Google is actually censoring them. Google moderator is onto them, whoever they are. Wow. I did get an email from Google that they're tracking someone for child harassment and pornography. So I wonder if Google is onto all the weirdos out there. That'll be interesting. Probably coming from another country, Google thinks, but hey, man, if we got to work with Interpol, we will. It's interesting that they're onto it, though. I can't believe they figured it out, kind of. Hey, I want to shout out a big shout out right now, real quickly, and I want to dedicate this stream to this man. Dion Edwards, man, on Patreon, became a $25 producer. Dion, I just want to say thank you so much for that, man. Thank you for becoming a producer, and I will have you on the producer tier list and have that up by this weekend so we can all take a look at it. Just remember to renew your Patreon, everybody. We do have some specials coming to that Patreon this week and weekend. Much appreciated. Thank you, Pat Crawford, for the $1 coming in with the Super Chat $1. Thank you so much. Wouldn't let you say the word. Oh, yeah, there's some words that they won't let you say. Tony Khan needs to eliminate Tier 0 pay-per-view appearance. Contracted talents, you either sign full-time or not, says SITH NEGAN. Well, maybe, but I don't know. I could see them still working with people for like a period of time on like, hey, we'll give you $10,000 or $5,000 to appear in 3 episodes. I could see that. You know what I mean? So I don't know if they should get rid of that, but it might be right that they need to do a little bit more, full-time signing SITH No doubt about it on the full-time signage and the signings. Now, guys, I might be live in a little bit later on Corrupted Nation, my other channel. I'm going to have a video out on Evil Spectrum about the Diablo season and the Matrix. I put out a couple videos today on Shame on News, and there's a couple of things up on Patreon as well. So I hope you guys check out all that stuff that I've been doing. I did last night and yesterday that I put up here after I got home from work here today. And obviously Friday night, monetize this. You never know who's going to stop by Friday night. And I'll have an announcement about the belt Friday night. We're going to have a fun time Friday night. We're going to talk about how good this Rampage was. And we're just going to let chaos ensue Friday night right here at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock, whenever Rampage is over. Or we might react to Rampage, actually. Terra Schism, you're Dion? Oh, what's up, man? Thank you, Terra Schism. Didn't know it was you. Thank you, Terra. OG, always supporting, still a member. Thank you guys. And sorry to always repeat, the Patreon and the things. You guys know I just got to do that. I don't have commercial breaks. I don't have commercials. I have no way to get support other than, to repeat and advertise that you guys fund the shows. So, you know the deal. Pat says he's not full-time, but it got him over everywhere. Though sometimes appearances work great, like Matt Cardona, perfect. Yeah, see, I think sometimes they do work. I just think there's too many. You know what it is? I think Sith Negan's point, and I think my point with it too, is that there's too many talents that should be full-time. That's the thing I think we have a problem with, is that we think that, a lot of these talents that are part-time appearance, they're actually people that should be no-brain full-time signages. And that's, I think, is what we're talking about. I actually don't mind if they do some part-time signings and people are working part-time and things like that. I don't mind that, actually. But I just think that my point is, the only theory I have as to why Sith Negan feels that way and why I think I feel that way as well, is that I just think that these are no-brainers that should be on permanently. Now, unless there's something that they don't want to commit to, and that's why they're not committed to as well in a more permanent role or bigger contract, I mean, that could be why. I don't know. We don't 100% know. If I could get a few minutes with Tony Khan and talk to him, that's something I would, like to ask or like to talk to him about, to find out why is it set up like this? Is this the talent's, decision? Is it your decision? Be curious to know, and where, Tony Khan could want to go after that. Real quick, though, I just want to shout out everybody here who supported during this stream that we just had. So I just want to go down the list here and say thank you, guys. Thank you for supporting me, man, and keeping me on the air, and for backing me like you guys do, despite all the problems that I've had over the years with issues and the attacks and the YouTube issues and other issues and the craziness that goes on. You guys have always backed me up, man. I back you guys up as well. I appreciate all you guys for the support. Thank you for signing back up on Patreon. That has been such a huge thing to lose, and a scary thing for me, obviously, with how everything is these days. But, I try not to talk about it too much, and I appreciate that a lot of you guys support me over there, and many people have supported me when I, maybe didn't deserve it. I'm just very, very appreciative of what you guys have done. And Sith Negan especially, and everybody else, Shell, and Soundwave 92, DWELSH, and everybody. But thanks to Patrick Crawford. We're going to go down the list here. Let me drop let me get the music going, man. Get me fired up on the way out here. If you got something to say, get it in real quick. But otherwise, we're taking off. Hit that like button on your way out so you don't miss seeing my videos. Every time you click like on my videos, it recommends me more to you. And that, a lot of people say, I missed the video. I didn't know you were live. I missed the whatever. If you're a patron, you're not going to miss it. You're going to get an alert on Patreon. And if you interact with my videos more, you're going to see more of my videos. So that's the best way to make sure you do see my videos. You guys are the balls. I got to go do something with my kids in a few minutes. And I'll be back a little bit later, though. I promise you that. Pat Crawford, thank you for the $1. Soundwave 92, try hard with the 20. The Stock Implorer for subbing. Maxwell for subbing. Mr. Pico Boulevard. Alex Oli, Inverted Name. Carlos Ray, Tony from Revere. It's interesting. Mr. Pico Boulevard, Spectral Citizen, and everybody else, man, thank you so much for this support. In any way you did it, thanks so much. More to come. Mordecai. Remember Mordecai? Oh, shit, going out with a bang. Patrick Crawford with another $1. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Patrick Crawford. Who's missing Kenny Omega? And shout out to the band Heartsick Heroin.
A new subscriber, yeah. Freak out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a new subscriber.
And I'm thinking about choking Miss Elizabeth, yeah. I'm gonna choke her.
Hi, Berry Square. Everybody draw a dingus in the chat for Highbury Square for subbing to the channel. What's going on? Let's hear from my wife now, everybody.
I'm coming for you.
Oh my God, Leah. Why does my wife talk like that?
It was a big, huge sausage fest. I had to hop in.
Oh, come on. Why does my wife have such a potty mouth? Stop it, Leah.
It was a big, huge sausage fest. I had to hop in.
Oh. You guys can hear all 18 episodes of Till Death Do Us podcast, the podcast with my wife, and so many more, but the podcast with my wife is always interesting. If you listen to the episodes you missed and have never heard, you can start from episode 1 and move to episode 18. Till Death Do Us podcast is available on Patreon right now. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is episode 16 of Till Death Do Us podcast. You guys asked us questions back on June 8th, which is actually my he was my best friend growing up. It was his birthday, June 8th. So happy birthday to Chris. If he's out there listening, which he's not, but he did give me a lot of encouragement about buying a house in Western Mass a little while back when we couldn't find a house, and he saw my crybaby posts on Facebook about how we're still living at Mom's house. Shout out to Chris, man. Maybe he'll listen someday. I gotta look for him. He might have deleted me on Facebook for all I know. A lot of people deleted me on Facebook. My posts weren't left enough, you know? It was too bad because I'm I don't know. People can't deal with anything unless you align with their opinions. The podcast, because we took a hiatus. March, April, May. That's 2 months off. Will it ever end? And what will end it? I don't know. I think what's happening is this is the overcorrection of the sort of the badness that has been going on. Wow. I guess this would be Florida right here. That's Florida. That's Massachusetts. That's yeah. So it's like
partial, Mr. Condon. Given that the defendant.
But we answered all your questions. There's a few more to get to. We'll do that live here. But if you don't get your questions answered here from the Patreon, Don't worry, we answered it earlier. All right, what's up, everybody? It's Till Death Do Us podcast, episode 15. And the last episode was November 28th, and it was our Thanksgiving Day show. So we didn't do one in December, January, February, and now this is the beginning of March. We took 3 months off, which is stupid.
To be fair, okay, so there's the holidays.
Yeah.
Then Brenna's birthday, then Finn's birthday, getting back to school. Stuff gets busy this time of year for us.
Yeah, but I mean, we could have done it.
Yeah.
We're just, it's my fault, really. It's not Leah's. Because
I did tell you a bunch of times, like.
My stocks right now, I want to explain this. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 14 of Till Death Do Us podcast. Would you ever be on a show that was called Pudcast?
No.
Like, that sounds like a porno site or something. Pudcast. Pudcast.com, where they, like, broadcast their dicks.
That's probably a thing. I can almost guarantee it is somewhere.
Yeah, well, I should get paid for it now.
What if they came up with it first?
Well, I don't know. Pudcast? It sounds like a me thing. Ow, fuck me.
What's that?
Ah. It's got my leg stuck between the chair and the table.
Just sounded like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah. So that means JB's going to jerk off to this later.
He never responded. I sent him that same video I sent to you.
Yeah.
The Arnold Schwarzenegger ABCs thing.
When did you send it? Because I sent him some pretty funny stuff, and he hasn't responded to me yet either, so he's probably
I sent it the same time that I sent it to you, so whenever that was. Whatever dinner thing.
Oh, I see one for $1,400 though.
Send it to me.
I'll send you the link to... What? You didn't even answer me. Are we done with the podcast?
No, with the whole talking about going up animal bum thing.
Well, you watch it, and half the time I'm eating dinner when it goes on, too. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? Yeah, me too, but I don't like watching a guy fist an animal's asshole. Anyway, whatever. It's old news, I guess.
You're talking about Mauro Ranallo.
So we got questions here from all you guys. We're going to get to them. But another thing to bring up is Onision. You remember my old friend Onision?
Yeah, I keep hearing vague things about him being a creeper or something.
Well, it's been going on for years. You know, it's like fucking 10 years of this. I'm a banana. No, 10 years of this guy, like, grooming women and hitting on women and doing these weird things and whatever the fuck. Anyway, he's a little bizarre. There's no doubt about it. He might be a pedo or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I can't tell what's real and fake with him because he's kind of like a little bit like a wrestling act in a way. But, you know, he was on the show. And he did a podcast with me. And, you know, I've watched him for years, and his channel kind of been dying and dying. But, and if you remember, just to go with the backstory, he lived in, like, kind of a giant house, big-ass rich house, like, fucking awesome, nice land.
Yeah, I remember that.
Cars, all kinds of shit. And he fucked up with the IRS, and right as he needed to pay the IRS tons of money, the YouTube ad revenue thing happened, where we lost all our ad revenue. You know, I lost $100 a day. And mine turned into $6 a day. You know, his went probably from like $800 a day to, or maybe not that, but like, you know, $500 a day to whatever the fuck, you know.
What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do now? What am I gonna do now? What am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I'm covered in kombucha, and I have no more Patreon. Now justice to me, all of you.
sounds wicked fake.
That's what people say, but it's, I mean...
Now do this to me! All of you!
It sounds wicked fake.
That's what people say, but it's, I mean... Yeah, I don't think it's really that fake. I think it is all over the top, obviously. But
I'm assuming this is on YouTube.
yeah,